So we've got a dustpan. I don't know if there's a broom in here too, but it's from Walmart. It's got a handle on it. I find now that I'm older with all the back problems and everything, that it's hard to, sweep. And well, it's not hard to sweep. It's hard to get down with a dustpan and get the dirt, dispose of it. And, we don't have a vacuum cleaner right now just because all our floors are bare. That's because my wife has cerebral palsy, and when she was walking, she isn't walking now, she's in a wheelchair, but when she was walking, rugs were very problematical because she could catch her foot and, could cause her to fall. So there's no rugs anywhere in our house at all. And so now there could be, I guess, but so we sweep. And like I said, we've got a small vacuum cleaner, but, for spot things, but we don't have a regular large one. So here we go. We've got JEHONN. I don't know how you say that, but basically, I guess we do have a broom and a dustpan here. And we had a smaller one than this that we've been using, and they just wear out. The rubber on the edge of the dustpans will come out, and then it's like or it deforms or something. So when you sweep towards the dustpan, there's always a certain amount that will go over it instead of in it. So I decided we try this. The other one we have is just one I got at a hardware store, and this one I did a little searching on. We have the Walmart membership. So let's have a look. Yeah, you can see better there. I have to go down even more. Right up there we go. So you can see basically all it is oh, looks like it has teeth. I wonder what that's about. So it has these extensions for the broom and the dustpan. I don't know if they're both the same or not. I love these things that don't have, oh good, there is an instruction sheet. And here's the actual device, and the, I guess this must be so that and I purposely wanted to get one without a rubber edge. You can see this is just molded plastic. So I think this will tend to stay longer. I could be wrong. Depends on how much that deforms. Little thing about, dear valued customer, thanks for purchasing blah blah blah, high quality materials, professional cleaning tools, will work for many years. Have a nice day. Best regards from JEHONN, or JEHONN, I don't know. So I guess the idea behind this, when you sweep, you can clean it off. And, I do notice too with, we have a cat and dog. The dog's on a big cross-country trip right now, but you'll get these like, by the time you sweep, you get like a ball of fur, and it will stick to the broom. So this would prevent that, because when you get done putting it in, you pull it up through, and that would take everything off. So that sounds like a good ploy right there. So we've got the thing, and I wonder if these are exactly the same. It looks like they probably are. They both look like they have the same Yeah, they all look the same, the two packages of these, so it's supposed to be 56 inches, I think they said. This doesn't look like it's going to be that tall when I get done, but... Oh, we're going to do a follow-up here shortly on the picker-uppers. Okay, so these, I guess, oh, yeah, so they're threaded. It doesn't appear you have something to put into, but you actually do. So we're going to put that in. Of course, we're going to have this last piece that will interface with the dustpan. And then this is obviously going to go in here, and it's going to press down, and then it's going to pop back open. If I get it in right, which could be a little difficult for me. Nope, there it is. And then you can just push this off if you need to take it off, which at this point I can't imagine me doing that. This is nice. This twists independently, so you can keep these together as a set. So I like things you can put together without, you know, the worst experience ever of putting something together. This was for our first daughter. We had 2 daughters, 4 boys. But our first daughter, we got her a kitchen play set. And, you know, this was quite a few years ago. And it came, believe it or not, it had 400 screws to put it together. And I'm working on that. Then someone comes in to help me, and we find out I had done a part of it wrong so that it wouldn't go together. So we had to undo a huge section of this, all of these screws, and then put them back together. But that was bad. I don't know how many hours I spent doing it, but, you know, my daughter loved it, so I guess it was worth it. Again, we have the same little lock thing here. So, oh, we've got another section here. I skipped a section. Huh. That's strange. Huh. That's interesting. There appears to be an extra section so that... Interesting. Oh well. Now I suppose you could decide. There's probably some reasoning why you want one longer than the other, but I don't know what it is, so we're going to put it like this. You can see how easily it can come apart again. Oh, and I'm just thinking now that you probably want, I don't know, you might want the broom longer than you want the dustpan, but it's not going to matter because we can, rather even than fool with this, we can just, we can just undo it there. So, let's try some debt. So, now the trick is going to be how much is left on the other side of this when I've swept. Nothing. So that's good. Oops. So that's going to work. And like I say, I don't have something to demonstrate the the idea that it will rake off the things, but the idea would be like they go like that. And then these two will fit together as a set, so you can put them somewhere. And like I say, I have a feeling that the, oh, I don't know, the broom, which one you want longer or not, but you can see it's just a few, it's just one section different. But I would say for, it was on sale, this was actually being discontinued or closed out or whatever. So there's a piece of the plastic that came with it. So I think this is going to work out wonderfully. So there we are. There we go. I think forget about Bitcoin. I'm going to clean up with these. Bye. Oh, back again. No, it was looking at the directions earlier. That extra section is supposed to be in the broom. So that's going to be easy to do. We're just going to screw out this section. I'm going to take a section from the dustpan. This is, you know, seems like fairly rugged, but it is hollow. I guess the old days where everything was really made out of sturdy materials, like it would have just been a piece of wood or a mostly solid piece here. These tubes remind me of, we've been watching this show, I think it's on Netflix, it's called School of Chocolate. And why I'm thinking of it, because it's like an instructor, and then they have a class of these chefs, and he's teaching them things about, you know, he's a pastry chef, but he's a chocolatier, not just a baker, a chocolatier. And he's teaching them certain things. Well, one of the big things was how to make cylinders without molds. And it's a competition, because what happens is, this is going to have to go. Well, that's an interesting conundrum. If I do it that way, it's not going to match up exactly. They got 4 sections for the dustpan and 5 sections. Yeah, 5 sections for the broom. That's what the way, I guess this, to use this, I'd have to move it down. That doesn't make sense, but I don't know. We'll figure that out. Maybe they actually want it this way. I don't know if no, but there we go. That doesn't quite make sense to me why that's there, but I'm sure after I use it a bit, I'll figure it out. But anyway, this show was good. So you got these chefs, and you know, each time there's like a winner, but then there's someone who's picked as like an MVP or something. The idea that they, even though they might have not won certain competitions, they stand out. And there's 2 bottom people too, and they kind of get, it's funny that they miss the next competition, but they end up, you know, practicing that day. So it's like a makeup session or homework, you know. So they've got some skill which they can work on that day. And of course, we're watching it, and someone cut his hand. You know, I guess he cut it really bad, so it'll be interesting to see if it comes back in the competition or not. But you know, I've mentioned these cut gloves, but I've seen chefs use them, but I think people, you know, they frown on it for at least TV. it doesn't, people maybe they're too vain or something, or the idea that, oh, I might cut myself. I'm going to take care. I'm going to take some measures so that I don't cut myself. But you see them slicing the mandolins, and everything. Alex Bonicelli, what is that her name? Alex versus America show. She sliced off that tip of her finger, and she had that bandaged up for a number of episodes. So I don't know how close the episodes were filmed together, but she had that bandage on for quite a while. So I do occasionally see in the competition someone will be wearing one of the gloves. They're usually only wearing one. In other words, you have the knife in this hand, and then you have the cut-resistant glove on the other. So if you slip and hit that hand, or you're slicing and you hit that, it offers some protection. It isn't foolproof, but some protection. So anyway, here we go. The broom and the dustpan. So far they look great. We'll have a follow-up with this, and also something about the picker-uppers that I've used. Bye. Here we go again already. The box shows how it's supposed to be. This didn't say this in the directions, but obviously your longer section is the dustpan. No, is the broom, but the piece on top here has to be on the dustpan, just because it's going to hold the broom up. So what I can do to correct that is this top piece is going to get swapped with the other top piece. So I sort of had it right. So you see here, this is kind of what the diagram shows. You have the broom, the dustpan, and the thing so you can hold them together. So excellent. Bye again.